Good morning. Hope you're having a great Thursday morning. Welcome into On the Record. Here we are today live at the Public Library, Humboldt Public Library here today, and we appreciate you joining us for On the Record each and every weekday morning. We are on for 30 minutes giving you local news, and today it's the day that we dedicate to Humboldt City Schools, and been a busy week.
It has.
And I know that you all have had to take the precautions just like everybody else are. I noticed in town yesterday, I thought it was going to happen today, so I go and visit with the church, the shut-ins in the nursing home. Showed up at the front door. Doors were locked yesterday, and they told me I could drop things off, but you ain't coming inside. So and I understand that. We have to take precautions. Elderly and our children, and obviously with the children's side, that affects the Humboldt City Schools. So I want to let you get ready. I know you've already planned to talk a little bit about this today.
Yes. Well, as everybody is trying to be proactive and make sure all of our students are safe and the well-being of our children. Our district has met our leadership team, and we do have a plan in place.
Yeah.
Parents, you should have seen something sent home last Friday.
Okay.
And just had some general information about how to take that precaution of, the healthy hand washing and not touching your face and just cleaning book bags and just trying to help not spread those germs.
Sure.
Just like we do during flu season and any other time of year, but especially now we want to be proactive. Yeah. And so and Dr. Humboldt met with the team yesterday. We do have a plan in place in case there needs to be a 2-week plan,
sure.
A 4-week plan, what that looks like for our students. We do have stockpile days too.
I was going to say, we haven't had to take any snow days.
No, we haven't.
So this may actually get to come into play here.
Yes, and we do have several stockpile days. So we start out at the beginning of the year with, I think, 12, 13, somewhere in there. So we do have those into play, and the commissioner is heavily involved with this, obviously.
Oh, sure.
And so it's a case-by-case situation, that kind of thing. But we're just making sure that we are doing the preventatives on our end and making sure our schools are extra clean. And we clean them and sanitize them on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
I want to make sure that's
doesn't
clear.
Change.
That doesn't change, but we just amp it up a little bit more.
Definitely.
And what that can look like, and making sure that we can even do better, and making sure that our buses are clean, our cafeterias, classrooms, doorknobs, things like that. Things are in place. Okay. We have met, and we'll probably continue to meet to evaluate. And proactive is, we're not being overreactive. We're just wanting to be proactive with it. So we are making sure that each of the different departments that are involved know what to do and have a plan in place.
The preventative measures is so important. Again, we don't want people to panic. There's not been any confirmed cases even in Madison County, Gibson County. I mean, our area, there's not been any confirmed cases as of yet. And so this is not a reaction. This is a preventative measure.
Sure. And
you're trying to keep it that way to where it's just, we were able to escape this without any kind of confirmed cases here in Humboldt or in our area, West Tennessee. And, from what we're hearing, a lot of it is elderly, and we haven't really seen a lot of even younger children for it to be fatal with them, even though there was confirmed cases. So this is not to play into the mass hysteria that's kind of taking over everything right now. You can't even open up your Facebook without reading something about coronavirus or turn on the news. So we're not playing into the hysteria. We just want the community to know, obviously, there are preventative measures being taken. And, Humboldt City Schools is making sure that everything is staying clean. And, I think it's very important. And I figured you all already had something in place.
Yes, it's in place, and we've met several times. We've trying to make sure that everyone is aware of what's going on from our end. And there's a letter. If you haven't seen it, it's also on our Facebook page. Okay. It's got a letter, and it's got some information, a lot of the information from the CDC, and that's partnered with the Department of Ed. And so there's a lot of information that's helping us direct and make those decisions as well.
Sure.
And so in the case that things have to be made, we'll we'll be ready,
Sure.
and that we can be proactive on that regard.
Well, I think the Humboldt City Schools has shown that if they need to shut down, they will. I mean, if there was a week there with the flu, we ended up shutting down for a couple of days.
Sure.
So I think we've shown there that we're able to do that. I mean, the main thing is if your child is sick, running a fever, don't send them to school. That I know that's tough because you've got to go to work and things like that. And there's actually some provisions that are being made nationally if there is a confirmed case of corona or whatever. So that's the big deal is don't send them to school sick.
Sure.
That helps keep that down. We can stay in the preventative.
Absolutely, and we love your children. We
Right,
want them there,
right.
but we also want them to be well and the other children to be well.
right.
So
That's right.
Just
Very
to think smartly on that and
Yeah.
keep washing those hands and trying to stay away from our
Definitely.
eyes and stay home when you're
Definitely.
sick. So that's
Definitely.
important. So
Yes.
and just know that if you have questions, you can reach out to us at our district
Sure.
office and be more than willing to give you as much information as we can if you have any questions.
Right.
So that's a big thing. I
It
know
is.
it's like you said, every time you turn around and it's a huge discussion. So,
It
but
is.
we want to make sure everyone's safe.
That's
but
right.
we've also had a hard week as
Yeah.
well in Humboldt
Yeah, it
City
has
schools.
been. Yeah.
So we do ask that you be with our students at Humboldt Senior High School, and there was a vigil held last night for that student that passed away, and that it was student initiated, and we just want to know that family's in our prayers, and to continue to pray for our students and student body. So,
Definitely.
but we do have some other things
Let's do
going
it.
on.
Yeah.
Tonight is a school board meeting from Humboldt City Schools. That's
Yes.
tonight at 6:30 p.m. in the library at the Humboldt Senior High School.
Awesome.
So that is open to the public. I know some more information has been shared. You should have been
Yes.
able to see the agenda items posted on our social media platforms. And if you need more details, check out our Facebook page with that information.
Definitely.
We kind of mentioned this last week.
Yes.
Humboldt City Schools and partners with Junior Auxiliary of Humboldt
Okay.
to bring on the prom closet.
That's right.
And so that's this Saturday from 10 to 12 at Seagull Primary. That's for any young lady that needs a dress for prom, no charge. And can pick out a pretty dress to have, and because sometimes that's a heavy burden for families. So if you need a special occasion dress, come on out from 10
There
to
we go.
12. Some other things going on next Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day. We do have ACT. All of our juniors will be taking the ACT.
Okay.
This is a mandatory thing for the state
Yes.
and get them ready, and hopefully that they're prepared for. We've had the last few weeks in both of our English and math classes spending that time doing extra review and preparing for this test and
Right.
making sure that they have the skills and the tools that they need to be ready. So that's
Awesome.
next Tuesday, March 17th for our juniors at Humboldt Senior High School. So we want to make sure that they're all there and accounted for to take that test and be ready.
All right.
We do have a special event that's coming up, and remember, this is all contingent on if everything runs smooth,
Yeah.
schedule-wise and
Yeah.
whatnot. So I do preface that. But we have a special event that's coming up March 24th.
Okay.
And this is going to be a district-wide event.
All
So
right.
all of our schools will be represented. And we've talked about in the past our family and community engagement team.
Yeah.
And what that looks like, we want to provide services and resources for our families to
Sure.
know how to connect and have those resources. So this is going to be a district-wide family event with some special games, activities, vendors, food, just a fun night. And it will be March 24th from 5:30 to 7. And this is going to be held at the Seagull Center.
Yeah.
And so we want to encourage families to come out, participate, just a good time to be together. And if it rains, we'll be inside, obviously, but
Right,
we want
right.
to be able to utilize that area
Sure.
and be there. So mark your calendars, families. That's March 24th from 5:30 to 7. And so
Okay.
we have lots of people working on this event, trying
Sure.
to make sure that it is a well-attended event, but
Yeah.
also want it to be a resource for everybody that comes and can gain information or
Definitely.
contacts or know where to go and what to do. So
Fantastic.
that's a big thing. And then our spring break is the next week. So,
all right.
We are the last week of March, and so that's March 30th through April 3rd. And so I know that's a couple weeks out. So fingers crossed we can all stay healthy and things like that.
Right.
But spring break is scheduled for March 30th through April 3rd. So we've got a few things on the calendar, but also being very mindful of things that are going on around us as well.
Right.
So that's all I have. But if you ever need updates or information, you can check out our website or find us on Facebook or Twitter.
All right. Make sure you go to that school board meeting tonight at 6:30 because they're also releasing the brand new calendar for next year. The school calendar will be released, so that's very important. I know I've had some people already asking me if I knew what the calendar was. I said, no, it's getting released Thursday night. And because they plan out their fall break vacations and that sort of thing. And so especially if they're booking cruises and that sort of thing, they want to know those dates way in advance.
For vacation, I understand.
So, they get those. I don't know if they're going to be going on them cruises right now. But
but maybe later on down the road.
Although the people I'm talking to, they're saying, I'm going. I'm like, well, you can get a cheap one right now. That 7-day cruise the other day I saw for $50 a person.
Ooh.
That's
with
if you want a
bonus of 2 weeks?
Yeah, exactly. You might end up with a 21 day. That's right. Oh, my. Hope not. But, yeah, it could. You very easily could. Hey, we're in the 60s right now. They're saying that we're going to get up to 75 degrees today. What that means is later tonight, things are going to get interesting, okay? We've got about a 50% chance of rain at 7, 50% at 8, and then it starts climbing from there. So the later in the evening we get, our chance of enhanced thunderstorms and severe thunderstorms gets a little bit greater. So everybody be safe out there tonight. You'll be able to get to this school board meeting and get back home, I believe, unless things change between now and then. Get back home before things get really bad tonight. So, again, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Then when we come back, we're going to highlight some sports. Christian Branch gave us an update yesterday about the baseball game, but we're going to have some more information coming up here in just a little bit. George Yarbrough will be joining us right after this. On the record continuing today, and we've got Mr. George Yarbrough sitting down with us, athletic director. And, first off, I know your big thing, March Madness.
Definitely.
We ain't never seen madness like this in March, have we?
It's definitely
it's been a while.
a new twist to the term madness, isn't it?
Can you imagine playing those games with no fans?
I know the SEC tournament. I watched that SEC show for quite some time yesterday. And Thursday night, they're suspending play, of course, tonight. Yesterday, they had fans were the only time that they will be able to see the games in the capacity that the fans can actually come out to the arena. Yeah. But they're taking it serious.
Oh, sure. And I understand that.
Yeah, as you well know, the NBA player that tested positive, Rudy Gobert, he was a center for the Utah Jazz, and he's from France.
Wow.
Big guy. He's 27 years old, and all the demographics of his makeup regarding just him as a person, it lets you know that these are healthy guys.
Yeah.
These are big guys.
Yeah.
And, if anybody can, withstand some of the things that he's going to go through regarding this virus, he's probably one of them, and that whole population of NBA players probably can do that.
Yeah.
But it has to be done on the front end with some real tough measures of suspending some games, as the commissioner did, and suspending play and it's indefinitely, and I think it's just a precautionary measure to just make sure that everything's safe.
Sure. Now, will this change anything with TSSAA girls and boys championships in Murfreesboro?
I have not heard anything so far. I've really been on the lookout for any information that they're putting out regarding the TSSAA state tournament that's being held. And of course, the girls are being held this week.
This week, yeah.
They played last night.
Okay.
They played yesterday. They played the 10 a.m. game all the way up to the 6 p.m. game. So today, play is going to resume, from what I understand. And we've got a couple of locals that will be participating today, and Greenfield and Gibson County. And nothing has been of course, it has been some information come down to take some kind of safety measures with the crowds and what you do, and life is as we used to know it regarding being in a large population. That is we're having to take some different steps to be out when we are in crowds that are large. So I think TSSAA has handed down some instructions, as I've viewed on my computer, on some things that we're doing and making steps toward making the environment safe. But we are going on, and play is occurring regarding our state tournament.
So there you go. There's your question.
That's
answers, rather.
That's a pretty bold move by our commissioner, and we follow those instructions.
Well, sure.
We'll take real close precaution and do what we need to do.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Well, you got spring sports that are underway.
Yeah, talk a little baseball.
Tuesday, right?
Yeah, Tuesday. We went to Liberty and played a very exciting game at Liberty for our first time out. Of course, we had the play day at Humboldt a couple of weeks ago, but as we marched into Liberty, we had a heartbreaking loss, 9-8 loss. Yeah. So that's a testament to our team and what they're doing and how they're playing. They're young, different positions, the different athletes are being thrown into and seeing how they work, but they're doing a good job. I understand we got out to a 6-0 lead.
Oh.
And that was kind of a turn of events that you really don't want to see regarding baseball. But you can imagine your pitching some things may happen with pitching. Some unforced errors may occur, and before you know it, a couple of hits get through the infield, and then you've got a competitive game. And I think that's what happened. Fast. Things can change in a New York minute. But our team is to be commended. We couldn't hang on to get the win against Liberty, as I said on Tuesday, but we hoping to get out there today. Today we got a home game with South Fulton. That game has not been confirmed that we are going to play. I just talked to our baseball coach prior to coming in, and he said he's talked to our guy over to the field, Remy, and Remy says we had a lot of rain. Yeah, he's going to take a look at the field at around 11 or 12 around lunchtime, and we'll make the call then.
As far as any more rain coming in, I think you would be fine. But like you said, what's already come, that's a whole other story.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Talking a little softball, we do have our girls. They will not be playing at all this week. The new schedule and updated schedule is out there, and their first game will be March the 16th.
Okay, so that would actually be Monday.
That'll be Monday, and that'll be a away game. They'll be at Haywood County. Okay. They won't play at home until the 19th.
All right.
Which will be, was that Friday?
Yes.
That'll be the following Friday, and that'll be a doubleheader with Madison. So
yeah,
we look forward to seeing our girls softball team get on the field. Hopefully the 16th, Tuesday, and then
19th is a Thursday.
19th is a Thursday. Good,
that's
good,
right.
good.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
19th is a Thursday. So that's our first time out is next Thursday versus Madison. That game will be a game start time of 5 p.m. and it will be a doubleheader. So if you can't get there at 5 when game time starts, they'll have a doubleheader and the lights will be on, and our girls will hopefully be able to get on the field and show us some of the skills.
That's a lot of ball going on that night because you have a doubleheader with your baseball team
same night. We have a doubleheader with West Carroll.
So, man.
And that is at West Carroll. So but nevertheless, that is something. Yeah, it's a lot of baseball, and you can pick and choose where you want to go.
That's right.
We're excited about our spring sports, and another sport I want to mention that they're out there and they're going, and that's the track team.
All right, let's hear it.
Last year we had the young lady to go to the state tournament in track.
Yes.
For the long jump, that was Caitlin Armstrong, and this year, I think the first meet, was at USJ on Tuesday, and we did not attend that meet, but we will be attending another meet that will be coming up at USJ, and we'll attend that meet on Friday, March the 27th.
All right. Well,
so that'll be our first time that we get our athletes out on the track and field doing the track events. I wanted to just explain to some of the community members and some of our listeners that track has two actual events. You have the track and field portion of it, and then you have the field events. Track and field is usually the running events that are your sprints, your long distance running, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, things that are run on the track, and then you have your field events that entail your shot put and your long jump and things of that nature. So
and a lot of times your football players kind of double, and
they
especially
do.
like wide receivers and running backs and that sort of thing will double over. Do we see that this year?
We
got
do.
A good number in track?
We do. We have a good number. We have about 18 students.
Oh, good.
That's a real good number. I registered them and got them eligible in the portal, and it showed that we had 18 participants. So that is exciting.
That is awesome.
Very exciting.
Congratulations, Coach Reed.
Coach Reed and Coach Shivers is doing a fine job
right.
with our track program. So we're excited about track and seeing. I'll be going out to see those athletes at USJ on the 27th and getting out to the baseball fields and softball fields and seeing how our students are going to fare. I love being outside, so we're going to see what happens.
That's right. Yeah. And, it's going to feel like getting outside today. 75
Great.
is our high.
That's awesome.
It's going to be cloudy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But 75, and but then the rest of that week, we're going to be in the 50s, it looks like. But, yeah, and with this time of year, here comes the rain and
here
that
comes
sort
the
of
rain.
thing.
That's
so,
right.
These schedules are fluid because they're outside games.
Exactly. Very unpredictable.
Volleyball's still a little ways away.
Volleyball is a little ways away. I may have miscommunicated with our listeners, and definitely I did with my coach, because we switched to the middle school association, and we were under the impression that middle school volleyball was going to be occurring in the spring.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It occurs when we start back to school in the fall. So it is a fall sport now, and that will be at the same time for the first time. That will be middle school or junior high volleyball will be going on the same time as our high school volleyball will be going on.
That makes sense.
So it does make sense. When you're a small school with limited staff, you have to double up, and that's pretty challenging for our volleyball coach, Coach Macklin. But she'll get it done, and we'll do some off days to do. Hopefully, we'll do our middle school or junior high on days that we don't play our varsity games.
Well, son shouldn't be playing basketball at that point.
Yeah, so we're in good shape. It's just, and of course we got football, and it'll be coming up, and we'll be releasing our schedule here in the next couple of weeks and letting folks know how that football schedule is going to be looking, and junior high as well as high school.
Awesome. Well, man, I appreciate you coming.
Thank you. Enjoyed it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's on the record for today. We'll replay this on the radio here in just a little while. I do want to mention as a programming note for tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the Humboldt Literacy Council and all of that tomorrow on the record. And we've got an interview with them coming up here in just a little while on Facebook. I'll replay it on the show tomorrow. So until then, be safe out there, folks. Looks like tonight we're going to have a little rain moving into the area. Don't forget the school board meeting is tonight at 6:30. Rain, I think, is going to move into the area about 7. So if they can keep that agenda to 30 minutes, no, I'm playing. That would be nice, but no. We got rain coming into the area tonight, but by about 9 or 10 o'clock is when they're saying the severe stuff's probably going to start moving in. Your lightning, your thunder, severe winds. We'll keep an eye on that. And John does a great job of keeping our Facebook page up to date with that weather, and he keeps releasing things from the Weather Channel, and also, all of those that are watching that with the emergency situations. So we'll keep our eyes on that. I know everybody's on edge after what all took place in Nashville, but hopefully we'll come out of this one a little bit better than that. We're hoping so. All right. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. God bless.